Well, here we are on a nice cloudy day, taking a break from some work, and we're gonna do a quick garden update. We're really in full bloom at this point. So, first things first, you can see the absolutely daunting amount of weeding. This is probably like 2 bodies an hour, but I'm like essentially half a body with my back, so at this point it's just kind of growing. I think ultimately what I end up doing is next season I'll do a full weeding this season, and then next season clean it up and then get some wood chips, because what's actually happening here is my mulch degraded really fast. Now the plants are growing in it, not from underneath the weed cloth, but on top of it, and the little roots go right through. So anyway, here's the herb garden. The cilantro pretty much immediately bolted, so that'll be coriander eventually, but the thyme, the basil, the oregano, the rosemary, the nasturtiums finally started blooming. Of course, they're blooming underneath instead of up top, which is fun. My black pansies are still going nuts, but they're starting to tip over because they're too big, so it really doesn't look great. I may pull them. I haven't really seen bees on them, so I think they're just there. They're not really doing much for me. So this is my first year doing squash vertically properly. So you can see I got the vine kind of training up this. This one is heavy because it's these fun little round zucchinis, which that guy's going to be harvested pretty soon. But they're fun. They taste like regular, summer squash, but they're fun. I believe, pretty sure this is a butternut squash, and so is that. These guys that like really dark stem, those are pumpkins. One's kind of a regular old orange variety, and at least 2 of these are Lumina pumpkins, which are white pumpkins, which is fun. I have never seen my potatoes do this well. Like, this is absolutely bananas how much growth there is, and that's a full 15-gallon bag, so there'll be a lot in there. They're getting nibbled, but honestly I'm using them as sacrificial from the beetles, because it doesn't really seem to be bothering the potatoes very much. So here's my first homemade string trellis for the tomatoes, and I am absolutely adoring it. You can see, you just kind of wrap it around. I had all this PVC left over, so I can just untie that and unravel it as it gets taller, so it's not too taut. And we're fruiting, but the real benefit here is I can continuously prune it as we go up, so eventually the bottom will just be the vine, and the leaves will just grow, and obviously the tomatoes, so that gives it a lot of airflow, a lot less pest and stuff like that. So hopefully this will be good, but it's looking really nice. Some extra basil in there just for the sake of it. Nasturtiums, and I believe these are snowflower. I forget what these are called, but anyway, pretty little flowers. You can see these pansies took over pretty fucking much everything. Here are the peppers. I don't know what that is. We'll find out. One of them didn't do well, so when I mulched it, I just let it go. But 4 cayennes this year, 3 different varieties of hot peppers this year, so we can make way more hot sauce than I did last year. More potatoes, more potatoes. Like, look at the size of this bush. Like, it's comical. There's the cabbage and trimming. I had to, for the greater good, take out quite a bit of the offshoots for these vines. But tons and tons of beans. Really picking up season. I just actually harvested a whole bunch of them. More potatoes. We got this. I'm gonna try 2 different things. So this sprawling one is a watermelon. One of these is a golden midget, and the other one is a regular full size, which probably won't be good training up, but we'll see how that goes. More cantaloupe. That big hole is where I pulled the cabbages from. These guys, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna backfill that with. Cantaloupe, Amish melon, another variety of melon I got from Stargazer. We'll see how that goes. These are Copenhagen Market, what do you call them? Cabbage. And they're not doing amazing. They're going. Like, it'll grow eventually. This is another Caraflex. I planted 4 of these, and they are just breathtakingly good here in this environment. I don't know what the difference is. But here are all my various broccoli varieties. So you can see the guy in the middle is doing super well. This time last year, it had already flowered and bolted, so we're doing much, much better. Smaller ones, we'll see how it goes. I think they got shaded out, and it's just kind of how it is. But yeah, we got some sunflowers kicking off. These guys end up being really short. Oh, hi, Bee. Hi, buddy. Thanks for what you do. This is the most carrots I've ever had successfully go. There was a rabbit in here. You can see the hole. But I have never had carrots do this well. Like, I am so pleased with this. Like, this is 3 rows. Just an insane amount of carrots. This, I think, even more proud of, is the first time ever I have successfully grown beets. They always died before they turned, like, got into a ball. This guy. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Actually, I'd probably pull that now if I really wanted to. But yeah, that's doing super, super well. Just mowed, which I hate doing, but we're kind of at that point where you can't have ticks for the dogs. So that sunflower's poking up. So this is new this year. I went ahead and added all these pots. But a bunch of sunflowers, marigolds, bee's friend, more sunflowers, more bee's friends, more sunflowers, and that, we'll see what that turns into. That was strawberries last year, but didn't do well. This is what I hate. I need to dig it up. My blueberries that have literally never once fruited, contrasted with my raspberries, which are fruiting for the first time ever, which is very exciting. I think the birds have eaten more than I have, but honestly, I don't care. Let them just spread it around. And yeah, just really enjoying these because I'm pretty much just eat them when I walk by to walk the dog. Garlic's probably almost ready to pull. The music is falling over. Or no, sorry, that's the Russian Red. These are the music. Music's still going. Russian Red, probably about ready to go. My onions, which all bounced back. You can see they're kind of curly. They weren't doing great, but they all perked up, and these are good until they die. So, and then we got my strawberries, which are absolutely fruiting like crazy. I think the slugs have eaten every single one. I'm gonna put some traps out, but that's okay. I'm gonna have a full-on strawberry patch next year, and some flowers. And that's pretty much it. We're full in. Really, really happy this year. I dedicated much more space to just what I wanted to grow and eat versus just kind of growing for the sake of growing. So, very cool. Anyway, oh my god, it's almost 8 minutes. Time to walk the dog and back to work.